That was strange. He didn't.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
waiting.
Sully.
I was waiting so patiently for you to get rid of that guy. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, man?
I try not to kick people unless they break TOS.
That's
Um,
fair.
yeah, normally people just get rid of themselves. So, do you have any proof for me today? Please, let's not talk about airplanes anymore. It's so tired.
No, I mean you have a pretty good argument against that. It seems. Do you know anything about microwaves, bro? Frequencies?
A little bit. I haven't really looked too much into them.
Okay, they're
Are you gonna
highly
bring up the
focused.
line of sight thing?
Well, yeah, it's highly focused electromagnetic radiation, typically line of sight. Yeah. So if you have like a world record, LoRaWAN world record right now, 830 miles. It would have to.
That's off.
It,
That's off South America, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I never looked at it on like a bigger map, but if you Google LoRaWAN world record, you can pretty much pick any of the sources, like the first like 5 or 6 are pretty much all the same thing. I usually go to mwrf.com because that seems pretty legit, but you can take your pick. Anything
Pretty
but
sure it
Reddit, right? You know.
had. Yeah. Oh, this is the Canary Islands. Oh, yeah. I've already had this conversation.
Yeah, it'll come up quite often. So what would you use? How would you explain that? Because I know this is basically if you just assume it's a sea level, but the boat isn't super tall, and the buoy's obviously not any taller than the boat, so it's relatively at sea level. And if you just do the math from sea level, it'd be like 80-ish miles of curvature in between point A and point B.
Yeah.
This is a single transmission, no repeaters, so.
Well, these from the last time I read this, there were multiple repeaters. That's what the
No,
buoys are.
it's no. That's why it's a world record because it's a single
The
transmission.
collection point, but the collection point was on the Canary Islands. They used repeaters
Where
to
does
get
it
it to the
say
Canary
that?
Islands.
Where does it say that?
I'm trying to bring up the source on the stream, but for some reason it doesn't want to add Google as a source. Oh, there we go.
It's kind of
Not
blurry.
sure if that's legible. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
kind of too small. All right. Try to keep everything on that side of the screen. So this one, right? With this boat and everything?
That's not the one I usually get, but it seems pretty much the same.
830 miles.
Yeah.
So, conducting the experiment at sea level eliminates possible variables. Let's see. I went through this with Shenanigans when it was first brought up. And they used a series of repeaters on buoys. I need to figure out where it details that. It's the same source.
That's the.
So this, right?
That's usually the first one that
From
comes
Portugal to the Canary Islands?
up. Yeah, that's usually the first one that comes up when you search it. The Things Network. I don't know that website. That's why I usually go to MWRF because that seems a little bit more legit to me. But it's literally the exact same picture, and the same the same summary.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything on it about it using repeaters, bro. Because it's over water,
I mean,
and you're saying that like there's buoys.
Well, that's the
of course.
repeater right there.
That's the final destination. That's the receiver.
Let's see. Because I did a whole deep dive on this. I spent like 3 hours looking into it.
It's interesting.
Because, yeah, it didn't make any sense. But they did use, the majority of things, stack operated devices range between 25 and 100 meters, 75 to 30 feet from the gateway.
No, it doesn't say anything about repeaters, bro. Typically, the common, I'll just tell you what I hear the most often is tropospheric ducting. I've never heard this retorted with repeaters. That's new to me. Typically, they claim that it's like ping-ponging around in the troposphere. Which I think is...
Yeah, but this one was done at sea level to remove the scattering.
Yeah, but if you
Um,
launched it at sea level on a sphere, right, you'd have to, it would go towards the troposphere eventually. And the claim is then that, oh, I thought this was 1v1. It's never 1v1 in Solitaire. Promise
oh
you
my
that.
God, Dak.
Anyway,
He said he wanted to ask something real quick.
no, he wants to ask
Well, no,
me, he wants to tell your audience that I lied about something that I didn't lie about. I can already take the words out of his mouth and use them
no,
against him before he gets a chance to speak. And if this isn't going
no.
to
I
be
was
one
gonna
on one, I got to go home, bro. I
let you
only had like
speak.
15 minutes anyway. I'm not going
Why
to
do
sit
you
here and
keep
get dog
running from
piled.
me, dude? I was gonna just let you know I did all the like hand math for this. What's it called? For LoRaWAN, and I actually know like a lot about it. And even on a flat Earth, because I did do the calculations, you would need tropospheric ducting.
Even on a flat Earth over flat water, you would need tropospheric ducting. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, there's something.
Please explain that to me.
So when calculating and setting up radio communication devices, there's something called FSPL. It's called free space loss. It's basically the amount of attenuation you would have, not necessarily due to the inverse square law of light, but just when it comes to these devices, with the amount of power you're pushing behind them, the amount of attenuation you would have at distances. So the amount of loss, basically, if you were to take away like atmospheric factors,
You can't do that though.
any factors of the device, right? But on a flat Earth, you would need tropospheric ducting because just due to FSPL, the
Wait,
signal
wait,
doesn't
wait,
have enough
wait,
strength to
wait.
get
Hold
there.
on. What are the variables that change from a flat Earth to a globe Earth in terms of atmosphere?
The only thing, well, I was still assuming you guys have an atmospheric gradient, even though, like, scientifically that wouldn't work. But I kept everything the same, other than
So
the
is like,
radial
is
drop.
this,
Can I
hold
finish? Hold
on,
on,
like,
please.
wait,
Just let me
what are
finish.
you,
Just let
no,
me finish. I'm answering your question.
you're not making any sense to me. What changes?
And let me finish. So for the math that I did, I kept everything the same, other than the radial drop off in tropospheric ducts that would mathematically like have to be taken into account. I forced everything to be the same, other than the curvature of the Earth, because obviously flat Earth doesn't
Can
have
you
that.
show me this?
Yeah, I can show you the math. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had
Oh,
to.
is it just math on paper? I don't care about that. I want to see
Well, I
like,
also like graphed it out. And then if you
Also,
don't believe that like my math is real, then and tropospheric or sorry, temperature inversions don't
well, I
happen,
just
then you
love
don't
how
believe
I mean I just find it adorable that everything's a 1v1 until one of the real flat earthers shows up, then you start shitting your pants.
well, no,
Well, that's
he
the
asked
thing,
to come up.
like we don't like us Globers don't claim to know everything about everything. Some of us specialize in certain things, right? So you were talking to him about something that like I've actually done the math for and studied, as well as like actually did as a job.
I
And so I
also
know a
admitted
lot about radar like
I also admitted right up front that I did not know much about microwaves.
I don't
But Dak, your microphone is doing some like weird shit.
sorry, I'm on headphones right now. I just got home like maybe 10 minutes ago. Yeah. And so my phone's on the charger. Um I'll try to like speak up and enunciate. If I'm quiet, I'm quiet.
But no, Caleb, like I said, I admitted I don't know
Why'd
at all,
you
like anything at
are you
all
scared of
about
Caleb? Why'd you
microwaves.
just call me Caleb?
No, I'm talking to Caleb in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah, while I'm playing this,
I
I'm
mean, you
sorry.
could bring Caleb up here and make it fair. How about that?
He hasn't requested.
I mean, if he wanted
I've
to, I'm
actually
sure he would.
so that's the funny thing. I've actually tried to talk to like Caleb about this, and we got as far as step 3 in a 14 step with like documentation with like all the math and all the equations and all the variables.
I can't
like,
speak
I
on
put
that,
together.
bro. All I'm
I know.
hearing is that you probably strawmanned the atmosphere on Earth, the flat Earth.
No,
That's my
on the flat Earth,
assumption.
I kept everything the same. And the cool thing about like why this is actually evidence for a globe is because on a flat Earth you should have had basically a 99.9% success rate, but they only got 3 pings over I think a time period of like 8 to 10 hours. It's hard to say exactly how long this was going for. Let me get my Desmos. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera on.
It's really hard to make out a lot of what you're saying, bro. I understood the last
That's
part of
okay. I
it.
know, right? Like radio wave communication and technology is actually like fairly complex, and there's a lot that goes into it, right? So here's the handwritten math that I did before, as well as sorry, give me 1 second. Let me get the document as well. I created a little document to go through it because I actually like showing my math and stuff. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, yes, right. So I have a little 14-page or 14-step, like just overview of like how to calculate all of these things, how to calculate like the factors of the tropospheric duct, as well as I have like the handwritten math. Again, I only got to step 3 with Caleb, but I have it all here.
You got 10 minutes, bro. I gotta head back around like 9 o'clock. I'm starting my own
That's
live
fine.
if you wanna come explain it to me there. But you got 10 minutes if you wanna like
That's fine.
explain this to me.
But yeah. And then as well as I have it semi-graphed out in Desmos. Desmos is being weird, so I was trying to get the animations of it. But one, there's kind of 2 prerequisites. One, you have to admit that, or you at least have to concede that tropospheric ducting can happen, or has to happen on a flat Earth for the signal to be there, because if you don't, then you just disagree with reality. Because even on a flat Earth...
Are you insinuating that light waves wouldn't propagate when they travel?
Yeah, and due to that propagation, and this signal specifically, I don't care about 99.9 others, I haven't done the math for it. For this one specific instance, you have to have tropospheric ducting.
You're saying that, but you're not explaining why that is.
Give me a second. Because the amount of attenuation over that distance and the amount of propagation, your signal would have... Sorry, let me... Oh, I had it. Give me 1 second. What's it called? At about 600 meters, you would have had 150 decibels of attenuation. The signal itself was sent out with 154 decibels of power behind it. The easiest way, if you guys don't know decibels, right? It's just imagine like the sound knob on like headphones. Or
I'm aware what
right?
decibels are, dude. Come on, man.
Okay, not everyone does. I'm just saying it, right? So at about I think it's about 1,300 meters, you would have had 155 decibels.
Based on what information? How did you get the temperature and the refractive index of the atmosphere that day?
Oh, I calculated that.
Based on what?
Based off of temperature. Sorry, is it?
What was the temperature that day?
Based off of temperature, for the temperature that day, they had a high of about 35.7 degrees Celsius. And it was actually a record high for that month in that area. I went around with their average, which actually was around 33.7 degrees Celsius. Shit, I thought I wrote that down. It might be in the document. Yeah, 33.7 degrees Celsius was the lowest from sunrise. And then the peak was about 35.7 degrees for an average, because obviously I can't sit there and get the measurements for every single inch of along that water.
Wait, what was that last part?
That it's humanly impossible to get the temperature over a distance
over an 830 mile stretch.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you think you can do that, please go prove it.
No, I'm not claiming that I can do that, but you're doing math that depends on that now, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm explaining, but again, we're just trying to go for this is the same thing, Caleb.
No, you just want me to like overlook. No, I thought I was going to get a chance to talk, buddy. Damn. You're just going to overlook the necessity of that variable that you're not incorporating in your math?
For that variable, I use the average temperature of that day, which was
what if it fluctuated from over 830 miles? I mean, I've driven across the country a few times. A lot can change in 800 miles, bro.
Okay. So again, and this is where I say you have to concede that the thing.
I have to concede. Your math is botched, bro. It's biased towards heliocentrism.
You haven't even gotten through it.
I've already noticed a flaw.
Which is?
That you haven't accounted for atmospheric conditions throughout the entire duration of the transmission.
You have an issue with me just using the average temperature over that area.
I would argue that is inconsistent at best. Yes.
So then so again, this is why I'm saying you have to concede that tropospheric ducting.
Wait, I have to concede because your math's wrong? Why do I need a troposphere?
I promise you, I'm really good at
Dude, you're actually terrible. Like, you're not doing very good at all. That's why you're losing your cool, man.
If I have 155 decibels of attenuation at 2,000 meters, and my signal is sitting at is sent out at 100.
How do you guarantee what's gonna happen in the next 2,000 meters, bud?
So again, at 2,000
how do you do that? Answer my question.
What is 154 minus 155?
Answer my question.
What is 154 minus 155?
How do you guarantee what the next 2,000 meters is going to look like?
Again, we're worried about the first 2,000 meters.
How do you guarantee what the next 2,000 meters is going to look like, Dak? Come on, you can do it. You can do it, buddy.
Anything.
I don't let
Can you
people
please
run
focus
away
on
from questions and answer
154?
my questions with questions. I'm not a regular
We're
flirt,
still
bro.
getting to temperature. You
How
asked
do
me
you
what the temperature
verify?
was that day,
How do
and
you
we're still
verify
trying to
it,
get there.
Dak? You can do it. You did all this math and didn't
I
even.
promise you, this
You're not
isn't
going to
the
answer my
way,
question.
like,
You're not going to answer my
this isn't the
question.
gotcha, by the way.
It
This
is
isn't
no.
the
I'm not
gotcha.
trying to get you with a got you, bro. I'm asking you. How did you verify the
are.
next? That's why you won't
Because
let me
you're running
talk,
away from
right?
math.
That's why you won't let me talk.
No.
Is that why you're? Are
Like,
you
I
losing
know
your
you
cool
think-
and your host ran
I
away
know
on you?
think that, no, I think he said he had to go back.
Oh, he ran away. He actually brought you up here and then left you out to hang and dry. Isn't that cruel? So how did you verify the next 2,000 meters or the 2,000 meters after that, and so on and so forth? There's a lot of meters in 830 miles, Dak.
Yes.
Somebody's saying
So
I
can we-
DDoSed the live, bro. I'm literally in my car on my cell phone, bro. You guys are
So
psychotic.
can I respond, or are we just going to keep running
Yeah, how did
away
you
from, like,
verify
math?
the next 2,000 meters and so on and so forth? How did you do that?
Oh, we said his live got taken? I'm sorry, he just DM'd me.
You gonna answer me, bro?
That sucks. I'm sorry, I hope he can come back.
You can answer me, bro.
Solely. Simple question.
You can
Simple
no
question.
answer my question.
Let's
Don't
answer your
don't do
question.
this. Don't do this, Dak. Come on,
Let's
you're
answer
you're
question.
you're
running
embarrassing
away.
yourself here. You're embarrassing yourself here, bro. Answer
Why
my
are you so
question.
scared of, like, actually going over the map?
Answer
Why is
my
it all of you
question.
guys have to
I'm
just
not
find
scared,
a way
bro.
to
I'm
run
not
away?
dodging questions. I asked you a question. How did you verify the next 2,000 meters?
Because they recorded it. They recorded an
They
average
recorded
temperature over
what?
that area.
They recorded an average for an
temperature.
830-mile segment. That's
Yes,
strange, Dak.
They had two.
Why is
So
your
they had one
why is
set
your
of
voice
Deen.
getting all like hyper, dude? Why are you so angry?
Why are you not, like, you're focused on everything other than the actual?
Oh, you mean I'm incorporating for necessary variables? Yeah, that's called science, bro.
No, you're not.
Oh, really?
Because
It's not
if
now.
you
So
disagree,
is this
if you
what you're doing is
disagree,
called
if
cherry
you
picking?
disagree,
You're
I let
cherry
you
picking
go
data
on.
that fits your narrative and trying to project it as truth?
No, I'm not. 'Cause
Oh,
again, I
no.
applied it to the flat Earth as well.
No.
So the same map
You
I used
didn't-
for a globe,
you-
I
no.
did use.
Oh,
I
you just
did.
keep saying
I
that,
did.
but you obviously you're admitting.
You won't even go through to see if I actually did.
I'm trying to let
You're
you
so
finish.
scared of the math,
Like
then-
thoughts, bro.
then
You're
just
getting
let me
too
finish.
angry to like do this. Can you
It's
do this,
so
bro?
easy.
Why are you emotional?
It's so easy. So 154
I'm
minus
literally, dude. Why are you
100.
emotional?
I answered your question.
Why are you
I answered your
emotional?
question.
You didn't
now
answer my question. Did he answer my question, guys? Somebody let me know if he answered my question. I don't think he did. I didn't hear an answer for how you incorporated for variables that you weren't present for over an 830-mile distance. I didn't hear an answer for that, brother.
They were recorded.
Recorded where? How do you get an average for an 830-mile stretch?
Oh my god. By taking one measurement at one point.
How do-
one measurement